Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear audience friends. I hope that you all are doing well. Alhamdulillah. It's English period for class 5 and students today we are going to continue our novel today. But before moving to it, let's recite dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma. Ameen summa ameen. Now let's move on. Today we are going to cover the two chapter of this novel, chapter 7 and chapter 8. First, I would like to give you the summary of chapter 7 as they are too long to read and we have a short of time right now. So I would like you all to read it thoroughly by yourself. I'm just giving you a summary and explanation of each chapter. I'm just giving you the explanation of main points from each chapter. So let's move on to chapter number 7. Here is chapter number 7, that is Sher Khan in the trap. Oh, now this is the time that Sher Khan in the trap now. Now, here in this chapter is something really interesting. Two important points were there to share with you. That one was that Mowgli went to the village among the men, but he didn't enjoy there, and nobody treating him good except Mesua. Masua was the lady there. She was a woman, and according to some villagers, she lost her boy, and he looked like Mowgli. So everyone thought that maybe that Mowgli is Masua's boy, but he was not. So that only the Masua treated Mowgli well. Otherwise, all the villagers didn't like that Mowgli is there. So one day, what happened that there were one day the priest scolded Mowgli, and why they scolded Mowgli? Because he was sent with buffaloes to herd them and stay occupied. But what he did, that there was something happening there with the with Potter's donkey. Potter's was a person there, so he rescued that donkey. So in this way, when Price saw that, so he scolded him that कि उसको एक काम का आता, and he was doing another thing there. So in this way, that this bad thing happened to Mowgli, and more like it, and it is also given in this chapter further. Then here is the more twist in this story about Sher Khan, that Sher Khan was in trap, and that Sher Khan had died. And how he died, Mowgli made a plan with the help of Akela and Grey brothers, that he sent the head of cows to the herd of ravine. Mowgli called Sher Khan while Akela frightened the bulls at sometimes. Then they rushed down, and Sher Khan found no way to escape, and he trembled by the cows and died. Oh, so that was the end of Sher Khan in this story. And now Sher Khan is no more there in the jungle, and this was the end of the Sher Khan. Now, this was a main point and summary of chapter number 7. Now, I am going to give you the summary of chapter number 8, Letting in the Jungle. As I told you that Mowgli didn't enjoy between the man and the people in the village, so he decided to just go back to his jungle. So, in this chapter, there is something about that he went back to the jungle, and what happened then? He went there and he told his stories to everyone there, and everyone, his mother and father wolves and other his friends, or also said that you should not go back to the village or to the man pack. You should leave that. And everyone agreed on this, and also he didn't want to go again. So what happened then? Meanwhile, the bat came and told the Buldeo is coming for trial. Now, who is Buldeo? Buldeo was a well-known hunter, and then Mowgli, fox cubs, and everyone reached there reached there. Buldeo examining the trial, and here is mentioned that what happened actually, that they wanted to see that how much strong Buldeo is. So they went there and they saw that how the Buldeo that is coming to the trial. and that was happened. And then what happened, the Beldio came with his company. It means वो कुछ लोगों के साथ वहाँ पे आया था hunting के लिए. और हुआ ये था कि he just went to that jungle, and there he sat down and he started to share his stories to his company, means the people who came with him. And what he said, that he started telling the story of Mowgli, and he said that he was a devil child, and due to that they were saying devil child to Mowgli. They also said the devil mother of devil child to Mesua. As I told you in chapter 7, that one lady was treating him well, and she was Mesua. So everyone thought that maybe that he is the son of Mesua, and as they said Mowgli as a devil child, so they also said the Mesua, the mother of the devil child. So what he said, that I have killed the tiger, the Sher Khan, and now I have sent here to kill the Mowgli, and then I will kill the Mesua and her husband. And he furthermore said that everyone in the village said that yes, kill them, and after they will kill the Mesua and her husband, they will share their property and other belongings between themselves. Oh, that is really, really bad. So that was the Bulldio's plan and story. Then what happened? Mowgli and his whole friends were hearing this story of Buldeo. Then Mowgli then requested his friends to hold the coming of Buldeo and his company to the village gate till it got dark. अब मोगली ने क्या कहा कि अपने फ्रेंड से कि जब तक अंधेरा ना हो जाए बुल्डियो को जो है वो विलेज में आने से रोको. और क्यों? क्योंकि वो कहते हैं कि व्हेन ही विल बी कमिंग टू द जंगल, सॉरी विलेज गेट, सो ही विल इंस्टेंटली गो टू द मेसुआज होम टू रेस्क्यू हर. अब क्योंकि उस मैसुआ ने उसके साथ अच्छा बिहेव किया था, तो अब मोगली उसको रिटर्न दे रहा था इन द वे कि वो अब उसकी जान बचाता है. ठीक है, दैट वाज सो स्वीट. Here is the picture given, as I told you, that Buldeo was telling his stories to his company, and they were Mowgli and his friends were listening there behind a tree, hiding behind a tree. So this is the picture of that. Now what happened? The Mowgli asked them to howling, his friends to howling loudly when Buldeo is about to enter in the village gate. So everyone started howling when he was about to enter in the gate. So Mowgli को इस तरह से पता चल जाता है. Mowgli quickly went to the Meswa's hut to save her and also her husband. So what happened then? Then Mowgli sent Meswa and her husband with mother and father wolf to here is written that Mowgli told mother and father wolf to take Meswa and her husband through the jungle to the next village, and that village was Khaniwada. Okay, and that was 30 miles away from their village. And who lived there? There were lived some English people. So in this way, they rescued Meswa and her husband. And then what happened? Then Mowgli in the village then, in the village, Bagheera planned to sleep on the cot of Mowgli's father. When the villagers unlocked the door to kill Mesua and her husband, वो जो है फिर डर जाएंगे बगीड़ा की presence से. And then they over there they ran away. ठीक है, इस तरह से वो डर जाएंगे. बगीड़ा ने ये plan बनाया. तो in this way, all the friends helped Mowgli a lot. Then what happened? Mowgli called Hathi for help. And which kind of help? He wanted to destroy the village now. वो अब विलेज वालों से रिवेंज यानी बदला लेना चाहता था, क्योंकि विलेज वाले जो है वो मोगली और उसके जो मैसुआ और उसके हस्बैंड थे उसके साथ अच्छा नहीं कर रहे थे. सो ही कॉल्ड हाथी एंड ही टोल्ड हिम द होल स्टोरी अबाउट व्हाट द विलेजर्स डिड विद हिम एंड व्हाट द बुल्डियो एक्चुअली डूइंग. सो ही टोल्ड ऑल द cruel and senselessness of the villagers, and he asked the Hathi to destroy the village. So in this way, Mowgli wanted to destroy the village so that man pack leave that village. ठीक है. Then क्या हुआ कि हाथी included and other animals हाथी ने क्या किया कि उसके प्लान को फॉलो किया, उसको कहा कि हाँ मैं उसकी हेल्प करूँगा। देन ही सेड दैट ही विल इंक्लूडेड द अदर एनिमल्स एज वेल। और इस तरह से हाथी ने वहाँ पे एक र्यूमर यानी कि एक अफवाह, झूठी खबर उड़ा दी थी कि उस विलेज के अंदर जो है बहुत अच्छी ग्रास और फ्रूट्स हैं, तो जो भी एनिमल खाएगा और वो अच्छी क्वालिटी के हैं तो वो सब आके खाएं। तो इस तरह से क्या हुआ कि जो एनिमल्स दे वर हिडन, they came out and they started eating everything in the jungle, and in a night they destroyed the whole village, and they ate all the crops and grass there, and the villagers were village के अंदर कुछ बाकी नहीं रहा था, and everything was damaged. So in this way, in just one night, everything was destroyed by hathi and other animals. Then what happened ke Hathi carried on his task further by destroying the stalks of grains. Oh my God! And he ripped off the roof of houses. Soon the villagers fled one by one down to the valley. Oh, that is really sad for all others. And then a month later, what happened? The place was covered by soft green grass, and by end of the rains, there was a jungle on the spot that had been under plough just 6 months ago. अब वो क्या हुआ, वो विलेज जो था वहाँ पे जो विलेजर्स रहते थे उन्होंने ये सब देख के उस जगह को छोड़ दिया, एंड एवरी वन फ्रॉम ऑफ द विलेज मूव फ्रॉम देयर बिकॉज एवरीथिंग वॉज ruined and damaged there in the village. So that is how Mowgli took the revenge from the villagers, and that's the end of this story till here. And I have told you the summary of chapter number 7 and chapter number 8 today. And if you want to enjoy the story, so you have to read this story chapter wise. Like first you have to read the chapter 7, then chapter 8, so you will enjoy reading because some more interesting things are also there. I always say to you that if you find any difficulty anywhere in any word, just underline that word and find the meaning of that word. So in this way, your vocabulary will be good and strong. So that's all. I'm ending. Take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.